to go for a minute. I'm Michael Moore, the head of the girls' school, and on behalf of the girls' school and St. Paul's School, we are so excited to have Coach Harbaugh with us today. His daughter has been reporting to him that we have all been wearing purple. The halls have been covered in purple, and we have been talking non-stop about the Ravens and their incredible march to the Super Bowl, and how all of us, like everyone in Baltimore, now stands a little taller and feels a lot prouder of our city and our team. Please give him a very warm welcome.
Pictures, Allison showed me the pictures of the school, the purple on the Fridays, and the Mondays, and the Tuesdays, and the Wednesdays. You got purple on today, huh? The Gators and the Crusaders. State champs? Football camp? I heard this season was crazier than our season. 2-point play, broken play at the end to win it all. Nice. Now, who's the original Jacoby Jones in the school that made the play? It's exciting, man. It's a thrill to be here. You have a great school. You know, we've had a chance to be a part of St. Paul's now for, well, 5 years now with Allison, and I can tell you, we couldn't be more proud, couldn't be more excited to be a part of this community. And I can tell you, the stuff that she brings home in the 5th grade, we didn't even do that stuff in college. And I can't do her homework for her, teachers. I mean, you guys are amazing. So it's, but I'm not that great of a student, so, you know, that's not saying too much. But it's just an honor to be here and to be a part of this, and to be a part of you guys, and to see what you've done, you know, academically, to see what you've done on the, you know, sports field, the lacrosse, the basketball, seeing Coach Goldberg, basketball camp, seeing him run the basketball camp in the summer. He does a fantastic job. Got a great young team, great young move team. We know about the lacrosse here, so, you know, that's what what it's all about. And what we went through this year as a football team, to come back, to have a chance to get downtown and be in the stadium and be a part of that parade. How many of y'all were at the parade and weren't in school? Take a picture, everybody. We got you. Yeah. I was a little disappointed school wasn't canceled, Mr. Reed. I mean, they were climbing over the gates. We closed the stadium. They were scaling the walls, man. It was unbelievable. You know, it was, and the great thing was you saw a lot of folks that would in no way have a chance normally to come down to that stadium, right? I mean, there were kids and dads and moms and stuff that you wouldn't see in the game. You know, from parts of Baltimore, they never had a chance to do that. And that right there, I mean, that just makes you swell with pride. Talk about your chest sticking out, you're exactly right. That's what makes you swell with pride. I mean, everybody can be a part of something like this. You know, and what made it happen, what made it possible? And we've been fighting for 5 years. And you who are Ravens fans, you know. It's like, I don't know, it's like a metaphor for life, football, sports. You know, it's ups and downs, and adversity, good things and bad things, and criticism. And sometimes you come under attack. And you just keep fighting, you know? And either the adversity pushes you apart, or it pushes you together. And you saw our team this year. I mean, who thought when Suggs tore his Achilles, the Ravens were going to be the world champs? Anybody want to raise their hand? Oh, you did. All right. How about little Darius Webb tore his ACL? You still think? You still believe, huh? Impressive. How about Ray Lewis tore his elbow? You still believe? I'm starting to have doubts, in all honesty. You know? And then we lose 3 out of 4 down the stretch, man, and you know, it looks bleak. And yet through it all, our guys just kept getting pushed closer and closer together. And the foundation of the whole thing was really 2 things. It was faith and it was love. And it's hard to quantify those things. But if you're part of a team or you're part of a school like this, you understand what that's about a little bit, right? Because you feel that. And that's not an easy thing to chase, because there's pressures. You know, the pressure to get grades, or pressure to do the things you're supposed to do. And sometimes, you know, that pressure gets to you and you start pulling yourself away from other people. And it's really true in the NFL. But our guys didn't do that. Our guys are going to find a way to make the other guy better, to build each other up, you know, to do what was best for the team. And in the end, that's why we won the championship. We told them mid-season, halfway through the season, that one thing that was certain, when it was all said and done, there was going to be one true champion. Only one. And they were going to be the true champion. And it was going to be the team that handled all that stuff the best. Because the National Football League, like life, is designed, it seems like, to tear people apart, right? It's designed to divide people, you know? And by mid-season, half the teams were already hopelessly divided. They weren't going to have a chance. And you could tell which ones they were. There were a few teams that were pushing together. One of the other teams were the 49ers. All right? Those are the two teams that ended up in the Super Bowl. Had to be the two teams that probably worked the hardest, believe it or not. The two teams that had the toughest training camps. You know? The two teams that were the most physical teams. The two teams that kind of brought it the hardest every single week. And when it was all said and done, those were the two teams. And it was the most physical game I've ever seen. You know, you guys who play football understand that, and lacrosse and stuff, but it was the most physical football game I've ever seen. And there are sacrifices that have to be made. And I just want to say this before we start taking questions. I mean, you know, I asked Allison if it was okay to come over here and talk, and she's like, she was kind of excited about it, so thanks, Al. Appreciate that. You know, it's hard on families sometimes. You guys know your dad and your mom, they work hard, right? Raise your hand if your dad and mom work real hard, what they do. Every single person raises their hand. You know, when you go home tonight, thank them. You know, thank them. Because why? Because they're working hard to send you to a school like this. You know, not every young person gets a chance to come to a school like St. Paul's. Actually, it's really very rare, you know. And it's something that you should be grateful for. I know every single day when I wake up, I'm grateful for the opportunity to go to work every single day. And I try to treat it like it's my very first day at work. You know when you first get a job, you go to work for the first time, you first come to school for the first day, and you're excited about it, you're fired up? Well, some of it was pretty good. Now you get to go back to school? No, you don't think that way? Well, you know what? We try to do that at work, you know? When you go home and you see your family, and you see your mom and dad, you see your brothers and sisters, you know, sometimes it's good to treat it like, you know, that may be the last day with them. Make it special, make it count, make it meaningful. And then that's how you get real close. But thank your parents, man. Be grateful. Be grateful for the opportunity to come to a school like this and do your best. You know, work hard. Be the best you can possibly be. Student, athlete, club, group involvement, make it as good as you can possibly be. And see where that takes you. Okay, see where that takes you. And I'm grateful for Allison because Allison, she makes it clear that it's okay. It's okay, Dad, to go to work. She misses her dad a lot. You know, we're not home a lot. But she supports what I'm doing. And if you can do that for your parents, believe me, it will go so far. It will mean so much to them because they want to do a good job for you. They want to be the best mom and dad they can possibly be. You know, and I'm trying to do that. You let them know that it sure means a lot. Okay? And then the last thing, before we get a couple questions here on some football, is I think the one thing that makes a champion is relationships. Okay? And you guys, are we missing chapel this morning for this? Yes. Well, you know, okay. But life is like chapel, right? Life should be like chapel. Chapel should be every second of your life. It really should. And we talked to our team, we tell the story, 5 years ago, and I reminded them of the story before the Super Bowl. We talked about 2 stone cutters. It's an analogy our dad gave us way back when. You picture 2 stone cutters. You know what stone cutters are? They cut stone, that's right. Okay? You guys are sharp. They cut stone, okay? And these stone quarries, limestone quarries, they cut these stones with these big saws. In the old days, they used to use hand saws. And it's a dirty, it's cutting stone. It doesn't cut real easy, okay? They saw it. It's hard work. So a man walks by and he sees these 2 stone cutters working, and they're hot, and they're sweating, and they're exhausted, and they're covered with stone dust, and they're working hard. And he asked the first stone cutter, "What are you doing?" And the stone cutter said, "What do you think I'm doing?" I'm cutting stone. I'm sitting here cutting stone. That's what I'm doing. And he goes to the next stone cutter, he says, what are you doing? And he says, I'm building a cathedral. I'm part of a team that's building a cathedral, because this stone right here is going to be part of a beautiful cathedral. Ooh, that's a little different, right? What are you doing every day, right? Are you just cutting stone, or are you building something? And the cathedral, the beauty of it is the cathedral is us. Whether you're on a team or whether you're in a school, that's the cathedral you're building. So every time, every interaction you have, all right, every conversation you have, every time you go to class, every practice, whatever it is, you're building something that you will have for the rest of your life. You're building yourself from the inside out, and you're building your relationships, which is kind of who you are as a person, the friends you have. So I'm going to challenge you to do is, because you guys, you're blessed, you're privileged, all right? Take the time to build that cathedral the right way. Get to know somebody that you don't already know. Sit down and have lunch with somebody that you've never met before, all right? Grab somebody up and ask them questions about themselves, all right? Build that thing up. Take somebody under your wing that maybe needs a boost. You know, if you're a great math student, find a working math student in the class and tutor them. You got time for that? You got something better to do? Right? Oh, I can be watching TV or playing video games or whatever. You gonna tell me that's gonna pay off more for you down the road? When you raise somebody else up, you're raising yourself up, okay? That is the key to success. Grades, yeah, I guess they're important. You know, they do matter. I'm not gonna say they don't matter, but Steve Bisciotti had terrible grades. He made $1.5 billion. That's a lot. Even in fifth grade math. You can do that. You can become the best teacher that the world's ever seen. Whatever it is you decide to do. You can't do it unless you understand the value of relationships. Unless you understand to get where you want to get, help other people get where they want to get. Pick some other people out and help them achieve their goal and see where it takes you in life. It will take you to places you never even imagined. If you make it about yourself, you're going nowhere. You'll look up one day and you'll say, man, how did I get here? I'm nowhere. It's because you didn't care about anybody. That won't be you guys. Alright? Be the football star that takes the kid under his wing and struggling a little bit in sports and help in sports. Be the math star that takes the football star who's struggling in math and take him under your wing. Alright? And see where it takes you in life. Okay? And that was the key to great success this year. We had a bunch of guys that did that. Whether it was Ray Lewis helping other people out, or other people on our team helping Ray Lewis out with the things he was going through, believe it or not. Ed Reed walks out of the tunnel in the Indianapolis game. How many, did anybody see that? Did you guys see that game? See the introductions? What a moment, right? I thought it was really cool when Ray came out of the tunnel. I had hair in the back of my neck was standing up. But what's even cooler was when Ed Reed came out of the tunnel. What did Ed Reed do when he came out of the tunnel? Remember? Pointed right at him. Pointed right at Ray. Pointed right at Ray. Thanks. That's Ed Reed. Ed Reed could be sitting there going, why is Ray getting all this attention? Why is this going to be about Ray? Matt Burke, same thing. They were willing to shine the spotlight on Ray. All right? And Ray, in turn, was willing to shine the spotlight on the other 52 guys. That's what it's all about, okay? That's maybe part of what makes the school great.